Hey guys, this is the Able Farmer here, and I wanted to bring an interesting video to you guys today. I came across this video on YouTube, just popped up onto my suggested videos, and I watched it and was blown away. So I thought I'm going to try this, and I'm going to bring you along with me on it. The channel that I got this from is called Townsend, and I will link to their video below. This is a very interesting recipe. Have you ever heard of a certain pair of foods that you really like and you eat them all the time, you have them all the time, but once you put them together, then it sounds a little weird? And in this case, I'm talking about breakfast. So what we have here is eggs and coffee. You know, everybody eats eggs and coffee. But do you eat the eggs and coffee together? So today I have some duck eggs and a cup of coffee. And we are going to combine these two things together. And I want to show you what I learned on there, and I want to try this because this is very interesting. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to about 300 degrees. Alright, now while that's heating up, we are going to brew a cup of coffee. I am going to set the brew strength to bold, and I'm going to brew now. And while that's brewing, I am going to take 6 duck eggs, and I am going to crack them open and just get the egg yolks. So I'm going to go ahead and crack these open. Now if you've never cracked a duck egg before, they're much harder to crack than a chicken egg, but you get kind of used to it after a while. So we're just going to crack that, see how that membrane holds up? The key is to dig your thumbs in there. Get your thumbs in there. Break a little section like that. Then once you get your thumbs in there, you can crack it open. And I am going to just get the yolk. Now if you guys have seen the water bottle method, I suggest maybe doing that. But I actually don't have a water bottle right now, so I'm just going to do it the traditional way. And now that I have the egg yolk, I'm going to go ahead and put it in that bowl. And I'm going to do this 6 times. Okay, now we'll set the whites aside. I'm going to whisk these yolks up a little bit. Okay, and now we're just waiting on the coffee. Alright, the coffee that I am using is Black Rifle coffee, and I like this coffee because it supports our veterans that also support our freedom, and that's the coffee that I choose. Now I got the coffee here, it's still pretty hot. I'm going to allow that to cool down a little bit before I put it into the eggs. It says to let it rest a little bit. Also, if I pour it in there too quick, it might cook the eggs, I'm not sure. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit and then we'll continue on. Alright guys, my coffee has cooled down and I used 2 ounces of coffee per egg. And I did 6 eggs, 12 ounces of coffee. And that's what the gentleman in the video did. So now that it's cooled down, we're going to go ahead and mix this in the egg yolks. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without making a mess. What's the chances of that happening? Okay, I'm just going to slightly stir this, get it all integrated. It looks like a gray, nasty looking thing that I can't believe I'm going to eat. But anyway, we'll just go from there. So, now while I stir this, you could sweeten this any way that you like. I don't like sugar in my coffee. I like black coffee, nothing in it. However, this is going to be kind of like a little Jello thing, and maybe you need a little bit of sweetness. So add a little bit of sugar to however much you want, and I'm going to add a little bit just because of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here now. Okay, I'm going to just put 1 spoonful in there. There it is. I'm going to get that nice and dissolved. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to transport this into this bowl just so that I have a nice little spout so I can pour it. Okay. That's good. Now you need a mold, and they say some kind of a Jello mold, anything like that that you can bake in the oven. And I have these little mini cupcake, I suppose is what it is, this little mini cupcake pan, and I went ahead and I buttered each and every one of these just to be sure that it won't stick. And I am going to use it, and I'm going to fill these up, leaving a little bit of space at the top, maybe. As far as filling them up to the top, do as I say, not as I do. But I almost used all of it. So now we just need to pop these guys in the oven. Alright, I got the oven preheated 300 degrees. And I am going to slide these guys into the oven. And I'm going to set them for 20 minutes. Alright, now tell me you're not intrigued about what is going on here. So apparently this recipe is out of an old French cookbook from 1769. And it is interesting. And after 20 minutes we're going to pull these guys out and I'll bring you along. Okay guys, they are done. I'm going to pull them out and let them cool down a little bit. Very interesting. I'm going to let these things cool down. Shouldn't take too long, and we're going to check them out. Alright guys, I got them all cooled down. There it is. Does it look appetizing? Does it look appetizing? Not really. We're going to go ahead and try this out. They didn't set up as good as I thought they would, and they're a little hard to get out of the pan. So let's see if the French knew what they were doing. So let's try it. I'm not going to say that they're terrible, but I'm not going to say they're very good either. I'm going to eat another one. The coffee actually is pretty mild in it, surprisingly. It's got like a real slick, almost slimy kind of texture. I don't know. I guess the French used to eat these in the late 1700s, probably about the same time they were pooping on the streets. So, anyway, if you want to try this, go ahead. And I wouldn't exactly say I'm thrilled about it. So, anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.